Hi everyone, bear with me while I'm fixing a couple of things on the computer end. Nice to see everybody.
I don't love you anymore. Goodbye.
Okay, so how is everybody doing today? Thank you, Virgo. Let's see here. We're going to go right to live screen. Hi, Panda. Hi, Kiss the Rainbow. This is great. I'm glad everybody's here. How's everybody? This is the first ever Love Chat live stream. So we're going to be doing this for about an hour. And, you know, we're really going to talk today about no contact. And so, bear with me. And as the channel grows, especially during the live stream, we're going to be adding moderators. We're going to be doing all that sorts of stuff. So if you guys happen to see any foul language or any trolls on the chat, just ignore them for me. Day 9. Michael, congratulations. And don't worry, there's going to be a new one out today. And you know what? I was kind of actually enjoying that background music, so I think I'm going to put that back in. And then we will get to work on... Hi, everybody. Hi, Paula. I'm going to put some of that music back on. I was actually kind of enjoying that. Alright, let's see if we like this. There we go. Yeah, we're going to try and make the live thing more, more common. So I don't want you guys to worry too much. So I think the best way to kick this off, guys, is to begin asking questions that you want to know, specifically geared towards no contact. And while I'm answering some of these questions, I'm going to be diving into my thoughts in between. These will be selected in no particular order, and so any questions that you might have about no contact should be posted in chat, and when I get a chance, I will be answering them one by one for about the next hour. If I don't choose your question, you know, there's a lot of you and there's one of me, so I'll be doing live streams fairly often, and so I'll probably even have them scheduled. So something like maybe Wednesday evenings or perhaps midday, we'll see. What does your ex viewing your Instagram story mean? So let's put this in the phrase of, you know, Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook or what have you. What it means is that they're curious, right? They're looking for a reason. Now, we need to be careful because we don't want to just assume that because they're looking at our stuff, that means they want to get back with us, right? We are really good at talking ourselves into and out of things. And so, if they're looking at our Snapchat, does that automatically mean I want to know what he's up to, I want to know what she's up to, what they're up to, I want to go back right away? Well, no. What it means is that for this moment, they're curious. So, it's good to let their curiosity grow. Use social media as a means of showing that you're out doing fun things. Right? With new people, be interesting. Don't sit on the couch. Does no contact really work? Yes, it does. No contact is really good at showing people that when you walk away, you're creating yourself to be a higher value target. Hi, Sandra. It was good speaking to you earlier. No contact is one of the most powerful things you can do, but I want you guys to be careful because no contact is not always correct in every single situation. I messed up for a long time, begged and pleaded, now I'm starting no contact again. Do you still have a chance? Yes, you do. Matt, how are you? Matt asks, is it better to operate from the idea that they'll never come back? I like to have hope, but I'm not sure that hope is doing more damage than good. So we want to be careful here, because hope is both good and not good. And I talk about this a lot in my coachings, where, you know, we talk about anxiety, and anxiety is the logical part of your brain fighting against the illogical part of your brain. So I want everybody to, if you have a pencil and pen, write this down, because I feel like this will be helpful. When we are coming from an angle of, my ex is never going to come back, how useful is that? Because your brain, being a logical brain, understands and realizes that, well, no, it's possible that your ex does come back, right? So we are going at no hope, and we're going at complete hope. And they're both butting heads. And so you're anxious about how it's going to play out. So rather than telling yourself, no, 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 my ex will never come back, I shouldn't have any hope. Or telling yourself, my ex is definitely going to come back. Because our brain rejects both ideas. It knows that your ex may not come back. It knows that your ex may come back. Instead, begin telling yourself that if your ex does not come back, you'll live. You'll survive. You'll pick up, and you'll move forward. Steve, do you still have a chance? I like to think that everybody has a chance. But instead of focusing purely on, do I have a chance to get my ex back, focus on making yourself the best version of yourself you can be. Move forward in your life. Take certainty in knowing that if you work on yourself, you come out on top no matter what. Ash, thank you so much. My fiance blocked me on Facebook Messenger and her phone, but she still follows me on Facebook, and she also has created a dummy Facebook account. Do we know that it's a dummy Facebook account? We want to be real careful. Remember, guys, be very careful about mind reading. Mind reading gets us in trouble. In your experience, what is the average amount of days or months that pass before no contact works? If I recall, didn't you post on my video saying that you're glad I didn't give you guys a specific date? I read the comments. There is no specific day that it begins working. In my experience, no contact tends to see some ground getting picked up, probably, and I don't want anybody here to get married to this number. usually around the 3.5 to 4 month mark. And the reason for this number, and like I said, don't get married to this number, we don't know for sure, right? We are not mind readers, and we should not try and be. The reason I say 3.5, 4 months is because it gives them enough of a chance to go out, experience life, see what life is like without you, and then come back and say, you know, I enjoyed that or I didn't enjoy that. It gives them a chance to live a little bit and experience what life is like without you. Remember, they're used to seeing you every day or talking to you every day. Okay, understood. So it's a dummy Facebook account because she's a mutual friend. Well, I would think that she kind of just gave herself away. Diva, this just started. So going into 9 weeks of no contact, and she's into 1 month with another guy, and only 1 month after leaving me, talking about how they love each other. Hi Carlos, first off. I think they're probably rushing it a bit. Telling somebody you love them after 1 month. And again, you know, I'm not the type of person to judge who tells, you know. Personally, I like to wait a little longer than a month. I like to sit and see, you know, do I really know this person? Am I making a good emotional investment? And I said this earlier in a coaching, and I want everybody to kind of focus in on this. If we are not talking about emotions anymore, now we're talking about money. And look at your partner. And instead of viewing them as a person and view them as a stock, and view your emotions as money, is this a good emotional investment? How are you supposed to handle the possibility of your ex being intimate with someone else? Well, I think we need a bit of tough love here. You want to be careful because you don't own your ex, right? You don't own your ex's body. Your ex owns their own body. And so I know it's going to be extremely difficult to deal with. However, it is something that we need to be able to accept. Typically, especially depending on how old you are, your ex has been intimate with people before you, and they'll be intimate with people after you. Just like you've been intimate before, and you will be intimate after. It's a part of life. Kaylin, thank you for the subscription. So, no contact. Let's talk about no contact. 3.5 months no contact. Is it true also for short relationships? No contact does work for short relationships. We are in 45 days no contact. He said to my sister and friend on a concert, he loved me and still missed me. He's not reaching out. Should I give up hope? I think that you should move forward in your life and focus on yourself, and whatever happens is going to happen. A lot of these questions are based around what's going to happen. Should I give up hope? Should I focus? All these questions are focused on your ex, right? And it's only normal. It's only natural because they just broke up with you. And you're in this mode of getting this thing back, this valuable thing. We need to learn to focus on ourselves and make it so that we can be the best versions of ourselves. Now, you guys know from my channel, I repeat that a lot because I'm really trying to hammer it in everybody's head. We can control an outcome here, right? I can't control snapping my fingers and having your ex come back. No coach on YouTube can. But we can best increase our chances by making ourselves the best versions of ourselves. Thank you, Vita. I appreciate it. Let's see. Where's another question here? Oh, somebody mentioned the law of attraction. Thank you, Virgo. So let's talk about the law of attraction for a second, because a lot of people think that the law of attraction is a magical law where you ask the universe and it provides you, right? Ask and you shall receive. And that was made popular by this book that came out, I don't even know how long ago, called The Secret. This book claimed that the universe and thoughts, and it tried to basically make wishes and things like that into actual science. And I'm not doing a very, I'm not giving a very elegant explanation of it, but basically it says, if you believe that you have something, you'll have it one day. This is not the law of attraction. The law of attraction is like this. Imagine that you are overweight, and You want to be, more fit, more healthy. You want to weigh less. What happens here? If you begin acting and believing that you are somebody who is fit, healthy, etc., you'll begin using behaviors and doing behaviors of somebody who is fit and healthy, etc. You'll begin acting and behaving as somebody who's very fit. And so you'll get up every day. You'll go to the gym every day. You'll eat healthy every day because that's what somebody who's fit does. That's what somebody who believes they're already thin or fit or whatever your goal is does. That's the law of attraction. That, if you are looking for probably a more elegant way of explaining that, I highly recommend looking into Tony Robbins. Should I stop watching her stories? She's watching mine. Yes, you should not be interacting with your ex in any way, shape, or form. That's no contact. Does no contact work if I was with a married woman? Yes. Does no contact work when you have children involved? Hi, Jordan. Yes, it does. But you want to do limited no contact. You do share children together. You share a responsibility together. It's been 1 year of no contact. What are the chances of hearing back from him? The chances exist, but I really want you to be focusing on yourself right now. It's been over a year. Just give me 1 second, guys. Just fixing this little thing here. Does no contact work on avoidance? Yes, it does. Good question. Avoidant attachment people are not immune to no contact. However, they are afraid of attachment. They've learned that attaching to somebody means pain. Does no contact work on girls you were dating? Yes. What if you saw your ex's parents? To me, I don't find that to be a problem. If you've seen her parents, that's not her. And if you run into your ex in public, that's not a big thing unless you are, going out of your way to seek them out, right? We don't want to be stalking. How do I know so much? I've been through a lot. I've done a lot of study. Obviously, I've been through school. I work professionally right now as a behavior analyst, and so this is kind of my life. I'm trying to do no contact, but she reaches out every day. What do I do? She has trust issues with me due to infidelity. Well, that's, you have to own your mistake. If there's been infidelity and cheating, rather than tell her that you're sorry, show her that you're sorry. Now, how do we do that? You're showing her that you're sorry by acting and being someone who is faithful and somebody who's going to focus on themselves and bettering themselves. And we don't want to reach out and tell her that you're getting better. She needs to see it for herself. If she's reaching out, you can set a date, try and hang out with her, be fun, be drama-free. Remember, for everybody, we don't want your ex to assume or associate you with drama. If they associate you with drama and sadness and heartbreak, they're far less likely to interact with you. We want them to associate you with fun, with easygoing, with loving, charming, flirty. What was the biggest thing you learned from your own breakup that happened with your relationship of 10 plus years? Okay, so the biggest thing I've learned, for those who don't know, I was engaged to be married, and my ex, I found out about 5 to 6 months, but it's so long ago now, 5 to 6 months before our wedding, I found out that my ex was cheating on me with somebody of the same sex. And what's the biggest thing that I learned? I learned that you can be with somebody and think you know them inside and out, but ultimately, we cannot seek security in another person. We have to seek security in ourselves. What if your date keeps contacting you after setting a date? Do you ignore? No, you never want to ignore somebody. You never want to ignore somebody. What you want to do is stay busy. How do you set a date? Well, when they reach out, you say, hey, it's great to hear from you. I'd love to catch up. When are you free to meet up? What are the top 3 worst popular pieces of advice that you've received regarding your ex? On the spot, I can't really think of any, but instead let me answer the question this way. The top 3 channels that I'm going to throw shade at and that you should not you absolutely 100% should not read. You should not go into Dan Bacon. You should not ever do Dan Bacon. You should not ever do Love Advice TV. And you should not ever do Brad Browning. Ahmed, thank you so much, man. Yes, you can work on attachment style. Chris Sider. I'm going to be honest, Diva, I don't know about Chris Sider. I will look through his channel. Hi, Hurdley. Everybody's been asking me about Coach Lee, Coach Warren, Lucia, and I'll be doing a video for you guys on that. I'll be doing a video on, yeah, the new coaches. But you want to bear in mind that ultimately, for some people, they'll inevitably think that me explaining or doing a video on a coaching will be a form of competition. You know, I'm trying to talk ill of the competition. And I hope by now you guys know that I'm straightforward enough to just say, I want you to heal, right? I make these videos as a free service, and of course you can reach out to me for your specific situation, because there's just no way I can make a video that fits every one of your situations. Everybody's so different. Each situation is so different. Gotta say, I'm enjoying these tunes. Are you guys liking this music? Susan Winter. Let me write that down. Coach Lee, as official as you are. Well, thank you so much, Kenny. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about these people.
Women are all liars. You should know that.
And if I don't get a chance to get to your questions, just know that I'm not ignoring you. There's just a lot of you to go through. There's 170 something people watching right now. Hi, everybody. It's been 9 months and no contact. What are your thoughts? I think that right now you should be focusing on yourself. I do endorse Coach Craig Kenneth. I do like Craig. So if you haven't got a chance, I also like Corey Wayne, yes. I think I find Corey Wayne to be chauvinistic. However, the information that he's saying is not, in my opinion, it is not incorrect. I just don't like the way that he packages things.
When I do, will you come with me?
Do you see exes come back after months after dating other people for more than 6 months? Yes, actually, that's exactly what happened in my situation. My ex did come back after 6 months of dating other people. I didn't let her back, but she did come back. Diva, that's very true. Corey Wayne tends to have information that's more geared towards men. I would say that he's treating his information more as a sales pitch where... Let me turn this music down a little bit. Well, Corey Wayne realizes that most of his viewers are male, and so that's a big part of it. Whereas my information is for everybody. Will no contact help my ex forget cheating and rebuild trust? It will give them some time away from you to find that the emotions connected to this situation is more... Basically, if you listen to my videos, you've heard me talk about the fading affect bias, which is a psychological phenomena wherein emotions, negative emotions, are forgotten much more quickly rather, than positive ones. And so the negative emotions linked to the cheating will fade. No contact was originally... Oh, where'd your comment go? Formed so both parties could forget about each other, saying women don't normally chase. Instead, move on. I think if a relationship has... Thank you, Turbinator. Appreciate it. I think if your situation is becoming toxic and you are finding yourself very sad and it's a game of, you know, cat and mouse and you're being strung along for months at a time, you know, obviously the best thing to do is focus on yourself. If you had to guess, how long usually would it take to have an ex back? So, It's a hard question to answer. There's no right answer there. That's mind reading. I don't know. And I would love to give you a specific day and time and you know, down to the minute. But instead, I want you to think about it this way. And this is for everybody. If you could have your ex back right now, or you could have your ex back 2 months from now, but either way, you are definitely getting your ex back. Which would you choose? Personally, I would take the 2 or 3 months to work on myself, to get some quiet time, to focus on some of the things I wasn't happy about in the relationship. If I could have my ex back tomorrow, not that I have an ex at the moment, but if I could have my ex back tomorrow, back when I had one, I would definitely have rejected the idea. I would have been too afraid. I do not recommend sending flowers to your ex after no contact. You should stay in no contact and wait for your ex to reach out to you. Roommate is asking, is it still no contact when the ex messages him every day, but he never reaches out first? That's her breaking no contact. He should be setting a date. What do you say if your ex reaches out of the blue after a year of no contact? You should... Well, it depends. Do you want your ex back? If you want your ex back, you should ask how they're doing, exchange a couple of texts, and then set a date. If they say anything other than yes, you know, give them, hey, thanks but no thanks. Keep in touch. Let me know if you change your mind. Can you message your ex's parents on her birthday? No, you may not. Also, just want to go out on my way here and thank everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This has definitely encouraged me to do more of these. Well, Zachary, thank you for signing up. But just asking in advance, X thinks I've blocked them, but I haven't. What should I do? Nothing. Nothing at all. Should you post oh, there it is. Should I post photos of my change on Instagram? I think that... what kind of change are we talking about? Like fitness, or fill me in a little more there. My ex followed me on Instagram, then unfollowed me on Instagram. What does that mean? I have no idea. Is your Instagram private? If it's private, she probably wanted to see your pictures. Or I shouldn't say she. They probably wanted to see your pictures. And you know, I'm wondering, and perhaps you can all give me your opinions here. I'm thinking about doing live streaming either on YouTube or I know that Twitch, the website for gaming, they also do an IRL stream. I'm wondering what medium you guys prefer. I think I just have a bit more control over on the Twitch services, but I haven't actually had an opinion one way or the other. All right, YouTube it is. All right, that was quick. You guys win. You guys win. What do we have here? Rory, what would you suggest to do when the motivation of personal growth starts to decrease? I would think about what is your personal growth founded in? Is it founded in trying to get your ex back, or is it founded in trying to get you back? I do hear you, Easy-E, but you can also do that from YouTube as well. And remember, I'm not so much about the money. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Yes, the channel is here to help you guys. It also helps me make money and pay some bills, of course, in the hopes that one day I can do this full time. But I'm not too, you know, I don't like to think of myself as a greedy person. Why would an ex be angry at you if they rejected you? How would you handle the situation? Well, that's a good question, Matt. I think that it is important to realize that your ex is going through several different emotions. There can be anger, there can be sadness, guilt, and right now your ex probably doesn't trust you to help them feel good. They know that interaction with you is having them feel negative. And remember, we want them to associate you with something positive right now. If your ex is not treating you well, walk away. I still have my ex on Facebook friends list. Should I? Nope. Leave him where he is. Just don't interact with him. Sure thing, Daya, of course. That's actually one of the videos coming up, so stay tuned. Will her friends and family be convincing her not to reach out? Possibly. But you don't want to worry about that. If your ex wants you back, your ex will reach out for you. They will find a way to put themselves in your orbit. This is human behavior. How to make an ex jealous with social media. Don't. That's a mind game. We don't want that. Work on yourself. If you want to post pictures of yourself out doing fun things with new people, but we do not want to go for jealousy. It blows up in your face every time. "5 months after 8 years. Should I post photos of change on my Instagram?" Yeah, if it's positive change, sure. Just be careful, Victor, that it's not change based on jealousy. You do not want to make your ex jealous. When can you post a picture after a breakup? Personally, my thoughts would be Twitch for the live chat. Yeah, that's true. Twitch does have live chat. That's something to think about. Personally, I think that you should go silent for a couple of weeks and just get away from Facebook, get away from social media. It's going to drive you crazy. You guys are going to torture yourselves on social media. Josh, repost your question. I'll keep an eye out for it. I mean, you don't want to make your ex jealous. It's not a good way to go. If they don't use social media, then there's no problem with social media. I think that that's going to be healthy. I think it's very healthy to let yourself decompress from social media, because I personally believe social media is quite unhealthy. Drives us all crazy. Hi, Danny. Yes, Luis. No contact is effective even if your ex is with someone else. The best thing you can do right now is just to give your ex some time. Give your ex time, give yourself time, be patient, work on yourself. How do you handle situations where it seems like your ex is happier without you? Well, what you should do... Let me answer Josh's question real quick. My ex's sister messaged me twice asking questions. Do you think she's asking for my ex? Possibly, we don't know. That's mind reading. But what I do is I would just say it's, it's not something you want to talk about right now and you're focusing on yourself. The best thing you guys can do to move this along is focus on yourself. Remember, the work needs to be done. We can't cherry pick what we want to do. We can't just go into no contact but not work on ourselves. It's not going to work. Your ex will see through it. And I wouldn't block your ex. I would just go about unfollowing them. Victor, you should not text your ex. That's breaking no contact. Will no contact work if it's the second breakup? Yes, it will. Give it time. Here's a good one. To focus on yourself. How do you focus on yourself? What exactly does that mean? One of the best things you can do to focus on yourself, make yourself a better person, is write down a list of 5 things. 5 things that you want to do for you that has nothing to do with your ex. The truth, everybody, is that after an ex breaks up with us, we feel very, very down on ourselves. We feel very, very not worthy, really. And so when we're in that mode, we're telling ourselves a story that nothing is ever going to go right. Why bother, right? They're not going to come back. Why would they want to be with us? But that's putting them on such a high pedestal. Think about this. You were happy before they came in your life. You didn't feel unworthy before they came in your life. Then they walked away. And now, somehow, you feel horrible. Imagine that you have $10. They came into your life, and now you got $10 more. They left your life, and they took $10 away. You haven't lost anything. You're exactly where you were. So take your power back. Don't let them control your emotional well-being. Why someone who breaks up with you is emotional? Because breakups are an emotional thing. Your ex doesn't always 100% want to break up with you or think that it's completely the right move. They can still love you and just realize that they can't be with you for their own purposes. How should you handle snap streaks with mutual friends, especially if they're more loyal to your ex? I don't think that that would really impact the breakup one way or the other. It sounds like, so your ex reaches out for the dogs, been a year, has had a boyfriend the whole time, makes small talk. She could just be being friendly. But we don't know. We want to be very careful. We're not mind readers, so we need to stop making guesses on our ex's behalf. Will no contact work in a short-term relationship? Yes, it will. But everybody, we want to be very careful because no contact is not a 100% guarantee. There's no such thing as a 100% guarantee when we're talking about human behavior. How would you handle an ex who refuses to take any part in the breakup? I think I need a little more context on that. You never begged or pleaded. Does no contact still work? Yes, it does. Hi, Kyle. Thank you. When you work in the same office, well, sometimes you're going to run into your ex, and during that time, you shouldn't completely ignore her. What you should be doing is give her a wink, a smile, and just act as if nothing, everything's fine. You're busy, you have stuff to do, go take care of it. Brian, first off, thank you for being here, is dropping her things off while avoiding her breaking no contact. That's her stuff, and so what I would do is handle that business and then go into no contact. Kevin, no, that's breaking no contact. Let her reach out to you every time. Does it mean anything if your ex stares at you? Well, it means she's looking at you. It means she can physically see you. We don't know. I'm being a little silly, but we don't know for sure. Remember, that's mind reading. We want to be very careful. What steps did I take to get over my breakup? Wow. I did a lot of stuff. I did a lot of walking. I mean, hours upon hours upon hours of walking and thinking and talking it out. And I went to counseling. I hit the gym. I began the keto diet. And I think I probably lost about 60 pounds, if you guys can believe it. I know you guys don't know what I look like, and that's on purpose, but I probably weighed, oh god, 260 by that point. The gym, that's one of the most helpful things you can do for yourself is exercise. Brian, if you have things that are hers, I would recommend giving it back and then going into no contact. Hey, Rory, aside from the amazing advice and definitely one of the most eloquent coaches, thank you so much. It's very nice of you. My question is, how does no contact's efficacy change when the person has bipolar disorder? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not too qualified to answer that question. I would say that no contact with bipolar is still effective. Pokemon Go. I definitely had my fair share of Pokemon Go. I figure I'm walking, I'm bored, I don't want to think about this anymore. I might as well do something. My ex still has me listed as his girlfriend on Facebook. He has a new girlfriend for the last 6 months. He cheated on me. That's puzzling. If you guys have been separated for 6 months and he has a new girlfriend and he's still listing you as his girlfriend on Facebook, that's puzzling. I'm not going to lie. I want to see. Who haven't I gotten a chance to answer here? Does no contact work after a few years? I would say that after a year, no contact definitely becomes less effective. But I think the bigger question here is, why are you still focused on your ex after years? Not a year, we're talking a few years is what you wrote. Are you doing the work on yourself? This seems to be a big question, so I think this is what I'm going to have to cover in a video. So the live stream session will be posted on... The live stream will be posted on the YouTube channel. Sorry, I'm reading all your comments. When they look at your story on Instagram, we don't really know what it means. So what we can say for sure is that they're curious. They're curious about you. When your ex views your posts on social media, it means they want to know what you're up to. But I think that's probably pretty normal, right? Just because your ex broke up with you doesn't mean that they don't love you and care about you. I understand it's highly paradoxical to believe that somebody loves you and yet doesn't want to be with you. But sometimes they think it's the best move for them. Razan, you got it. More videos on rebound relationships. That is on the list. Does my ex apply to divorce? Yes. Does my advice. Will your ex tell you if they want you back? What they'll do is they'll probably sneak into your life. Coach Craig Kenneth explains that they have a, what does he call it? The indirect direct approach. They will directly contact you about something indirect, like wanting a piece of clothing back or asking you what that one restaurant you went to one time was. That's a good... How do you let go of your first love? You move forward in your life. First love, second love, third love, it's all the same. What do I think of Tinder? I don't particularly like Tinder. There is one app, and if I'm being honest with you guys, I was trying to get them to sponsor one of my videos because I wanted to talk about them anyway. The app that I personally recommend, that I've seen work for many good close friends, is Coffee Meets Bagel, but it may not be available in every country. Will no contact work if you were in a rebound relationship? Yes, it can. Why does my ex always get uncomfortable when seeing me in public and tries to look away? Well, because breakups are difficult, and your ex probably feels guilty. What if your ex agreed to hang out and then flakes out on you? Well, that makes me think that you reached out to set a date rather than letting them come to you. If they flake out, that tells you where they are emotionally with you at that moment. Give them time. Go into no contact. What if I break no contact and she was cold? What do? Go back into no contact. If they wish you a happy birthday, what you can do after that point is say, thank you, how are you? And if a conversation breaks out and you guys are exchanging a couple of texts back and forth, then after that point, what I recommend doing is, thank you, Tom. What I recommend doing is asking to set a date. If they say no, say, okay, no problem. Give me a call if you change your mind. Go right back into no contact. Continue to work on yourself. That app I mentioned earlier, for those of you who are ready to give dating a try, is called Coffee Meets Bagel. Thank you, Kevin. How do we know if they want us back after meeting up, after no contact? Well, they'll try and put themselves in your orbit over and over again, and you reach out over and over again. Flirt, have fun, be happy. Don't talk about the relationship, unless it's in a positive voice. Instead of saying things like, Oh, yeah, you know, the breakup, it happened. A lot of bad stuff happened to me. You know, a lot of bad stuff happened to you. I'm sorry. Say, hey, you know, it was a great relationship and I learned a lot. Now let's have dessert. Thank you, Fabi. Yes, I did get a little distracted there. There's a lot happening. How to focus on ourselves and work on ourselves. Write down a list of 5 things that you want to focus on in your own life. What's important to you that has nothing to do with your ex. 5 things that you want to do. After my breakup, I was learning how to become a behavioral analyst, excuse me, and I decided to make a YouTube channel, a small business basically, so that I could help others go through one of the hardest periods of their life, because breakups suck. I told myself I wanted to get better at playing music because I happen to play the guitar and the piano. I told myself that I wanted to work on learning a new language. 5 things that you want to do that are for you, that have nothing to do with your ex. That, long walks, exercise, counseling, these are all very helpful things. What do I think of the 30-day no contact rule? I think it's a load of garbage. Do not do the 30-day no contact rule. Your ex will not magically forget about the breakup and be fine after, you know, after 30 days. It's just not going to happen. I posted a picture of my success on Instagram. Will this make her regret losing me? It may. If they constantly avoid FaceTime, however, is very willing to text, what's this likely to mean? Well, I would say that it sounds to me like you're reaching out to them. If they are avoiding FaceTime, it means they don't want to show you their face. Vita, I would, if the person that you're speaking about is married, I would let her or that person handle their business. Will she reach out? I don't want her back. I just want her to reach out. I think that that's far too focused on your ex, not enough focused on you. What if I'm thinking about your ex every day? Time is a factor here. If you haven't seen it, remember, time is everything. Video number 10. After this ends, I want you guys to go watch that one again. Tom said, she told me that she does not love me anymore and that she's been feeling this way for a very long time. Can this change? Yes. Yes, it can. Good question. That's how she was feeling in that moment, and that moment is subject to change. If I hit my foot on the ground on the chair, for example, and I have this surge of pain, the first thing I'm feeling is anger. But after the pain subsides, I feel better. The moment passed. I know it's a silly example, but it's pretty much the exact same way it works. Are single mothers bad to date? I think that's in the eye of the beholder. I don't think so. Single mothers are people too. Is communicating with their friends breaking no contact? No, technically not, but I wonder why you're communicating with their friends. Are you trying to find out information you shouldn't know? I accidentally called my ex, canceled the call. Did I blow it? Nope, I don't think so. Anne K says, my ex watches my Snapchat stories. Is this a good sign? It's certainly not a bad sign. If they ignored you before no contact, will no contact work? Once they see the consequences of their actions, and that you are willing to walk away if it doesn't work, and, you know, if a situation doesn't work for you, and you get up and you walk away saying, I need to retain my pride, become less abundant, then yes, it will. Have I gotten back with my ex? I had a chance to get back with my ex, and I didn't take it. Because there was cheating in my situation. Also, hi Wendy, how are you? If she invites you for her birthday, but the rebound is there, how should I act? I wouldn't go. Long distance, how to do it. Long distance is rough. And I think the best thing that you can do is, if you're talking about being in a successful relationship, thank you, Clara. If you're trying to be in a successful relationship long distance, you need to be completely open and honest with the other person. Make ample time to visit them, and make plans, and work together on those plans to see one another in a permanent way. Long distance is very, very unusual for humans. We're a society. How to make her reach out? There is no making her reach out. She'll reach out if she wants to. How often should we post on social media? Is once a week fine? Yeah, I don't think it necessarily matters. You want to kind of disappear for a while because getting off of social media is good for your mental health, but it's also good for making them kind of wonder about you. Does no contact work for short-term relationships? Yes, it does. Change my number, trying to feel more valuable. Will this help me? I think changing your number will make it harder for your ex to reach out. However, it's going to be a good move because you've just given yourself some certainty. Flex, you want to go right into no contact. Focus on yourself and don't worry about the possibilities, right? Just focus on yourself. If she's going to reach out, she's going to reach out. And if she's not, she's not. Remember, everybody, that the certainty that we want to give ourselves is the certainty of self-improvement. Your ex left McDonald's after seeing me eat there. I think she may have been uncomfortable with you eating fast food. It's horrible for you. Okay. If your ex saw you eating at a McDonald's and she left, that probably means that she was uncomfortable seeing you in that moment. What about a second ugly breakup? With insults. That's how your ex is feeling in that moment. What if they left because they cheated? If your ex broke up with you because your ex cheated on you, I would say that that's not a very high quality person. And you want to think if that's a good investment with your emotions. Should you delete your pictures of your ex on social media? I wouldn't. I don't see a need to. That's a stab at them. Having a healthy relationship, but it's on and off. I would say having a relationship be on and off is not healthy. Can you become securely attached? Yes, you can, through self-improvement and through finding happiness within yourself. Matt, maybe I do voiceover. Maybe I do. What if she breaks no contact while in long distance? Well, then that's a perfect example to invite her on a Skype or, you know, FaceTime or whatever version of that you have, or Discord, and talk to her. Be fun, charming, etc. What if she doesn't view your stories? That's not a make or break. If your ex does not view your social media, it doesn't mean good or bad. Why would an ex attempt to make you feel jealous even after more than a year? Are you the one that broke up with them? Did they break up with you? Are you sure that whatever they're doing is specifically to make you jealous? Also, there's a lot of questions based on, is no contact forever? How do I reach out? How do I get my ex to contact me? Remember, guys, if there's a specific set of things going on in your situation that I can't rightly answer with blanket information, reach out to me. All my coachings are discounted right now. So very important to reach out. If you have questions or if you're planning on doing something, talk to me first. Don't just go for it. Not a question, but thank you for being there for all of us. You're very welcome. What if when she keeps trying to make me jealous on purpose? Well, how do you know that your ex is trying to make you feel jealous? Is she reaching out and telling you that? I would say that that's quite childish, and that's maybe not the type of person you want to date. What if she doesn't reach out because she might think I hate her? I think if your ex broke up with you and you walk away and you're focusing on yourself, then that in and of itself is a self-love. If she thinks that you hate her, I don't think it's a good way to go. That makes me question her ability to be in a healthy relationship. Jay Sizzle, we fought a lot because I didn't trust her. She says she's still hurt and isn't ready to talk. Are my chances of getting her back good? I think there is a chance. The chance is not zero. The bigger question is, why didn't you trust her? Did she give you a reason not to? Could your ex be anxious or wondering about you even if they haven't reached out yet? Absolutely. 100% absolutely. My questions do not appear. I can see your questions, Tom. Is it a good sign if your ex is bitter because of no contact? I would say that no contact is, in and of itself, removing the power from your ex. So that, yes, there will be some bitterness. And if your ex is still getting emotional around you, it means they still care about you. Indifference is the opposite of love. Hate is not the opposite of love. Do dumpers have to contact the dumpee? Having your dumper contact you is better because it lets you know exactly what's on their mind. It's their idea. If you reach out to them, you have no idea if they want to hear from you. I can see your questions evolve. See, that's the reason I'm kind of thinking that Twitch may be a better medium. Is no contact still effective after 8 months? Yes, I've heard people getting their ex back up to a year later. How screwed am I for telling her that I've been stalking her friend's phone to find out if she cheated? I would say that you want to explain why it is that you felt the need to go through your ex's phone or her friend's phone. That means, and that communicates that you don't trust. Now, Evolve, can you repost your question? And I'm going to be dropping the stream in just a minute, guys, but do not worry, I will be doing these common. They will be happening a lot. At least once or twice a month. Does no contact work with a narcissist? Yes, it does. Perhaps it's less effective, but it does still work. Be careful about diagnosing your ex. My ex watches all my... This question's been asked quite a lot. I might have to do a video on this one. My ex watches all my stories. Does this mean anything? It means your ex is curious about you. Wants to know about you. Wondering what you're up to. We don't know for what purpose. What if she left because she cheated? I believe I answered that one, Brian. If your ex left because your ex cheated on you, that is somebody I would stay away from. My ex always asks who I am texting. Why? Probably because your ex is being a bit nosy, perhaps a bit jealous. And if your ex broke up with you, it's none of their business. It's been 5 months since the breakup, but barely started no contact in September again. Do you still have a chance? Yes, you do. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it. I stopped playing Red Dead Redemption as soon as I saw the live chat notification. I hope you're enjoying Red Dead. I haven't got a chance to play it yet. What if they ask you how your dating life is going? I would be non-specific. You know, I'm dating 5 or 6 people. I could always use one more boyfriend or girlfriend. Be funny, be charming. Don't give them a direct answer. We want their anxiety to grow. Remember that. When is it good to give up on an ex? I don't like the term give up. I like the term move forward. When is it good to move forward in your life? It's good to move forward in your life day 1 of the breakup. What I may be doing, because a lot of people are asking if I'm going to be doing, extra things like releasing my book early. Yes, I am writing a book. It will be very inexpensive. Releasing additional videos. And so somebody had suggested if I should be doing a Patreon. And so I want to know some thoughts here. Maybe you guys can give me your opinions. If I create a Patreon, and nothing on the YouTube channel will change, you guys will still get a video 4 days a week, and you'll still get the live stream at least once or twice a month, but the people who support me on the Patreon so that this can become a full-time thing will get more videos, and they'll get more private sessions, things like that. So let me know what you guys think of the Patreon. I haven't decided yet. What are some good ways to make your ex's anxiety grow? Post pictures of yourself out doing fun things. Stay in no contact. Improve yourself. What if she doesn't reach out even after 3 months? If your ex doesn't reach out, I mean, I haven't had my ex reach out, like I said, 6 months. The person I was doing a coaching for earlier today heard their ex a year later. And thank you for the opinions, guys. So I may do a Patreon. I may. I certainly don't want to be greedy, but I also want to release more information for you guys. And Patreon, frankly put, will help me be able to do this every day of the week instead of, 3 or 4 days. The ex is engaged, and they've been together for 2 months. We've been broken up for 4 months. Hi, Sarah. She has 4 batteries on her record. Oh, my. Well, then I think that relationship is probably not gonna last. That's alarming. Well, wonderful. Well, I may look into doing the Patreon, like I said, and certainly I want you all to feel like you've gotten your money's worth. And so for the Patreon, what I'll probably be doing is releasing an additional video or 2 each week that is only for the Patreon viewers, or maybe release the videos early. At the same time, I will be doing live streams for the Patreon people only, so that they get their questions, a bit more answered. But to those of you on YouTube, don't worry, nothing's going to change. You'll still get some live streams, you'll still get videos on YouTube. I haven't definitely decided to do this, but we'll see how it goes. How long does heartache last? That's a good question. I think it's different for everybody, and so you don't want to dedicate one timeline. What I would say, for me, I began to feel much better, probably about 5 months after the breakup. Granted, I was with my ex for 10 years, and we were engaged, and we were living together, so it's different for everybody. SLVDR. My ex started posting a lot more frequently on social media than she ever did before the breakup. Is she trying to get my attention? I think that we don't know, so we need to be careful about that. We don't know for sure. Have I met someone new? Yes, I have. I have met someone new, and she is actually in this chat, but I'm not going to tell you who she is. She wants to make sure that I'm giving you guys good advice. Thank you, Mary. What do you think about the clean slate text? I think that you don't want to... The clean slate text. What I'm assuming is that your ex reaches out, or you're reaching out to your ex and saying, can we just start over on a clean slate? Personally, I wouldn't do that. You don't want to be your ex's friend. You don't want to be around watching your ex date someone else. Oh, thank you very much, Goddess. That's very nice of you. And to the Patreon people, I might even do a face reveal. Who knows? And the reason I don't show my face is, A, because I'm just hideous. I'm kidding. The reason is because I want you guys to focus not on the image, but on the message. When do I have a birthday? I'll have to keep that one secret. Maybe I'll let you guys know one day. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Sarah. My ex says kudos on my weight loss. Is that a good thing? Yes. It shows that she sees that you're, rather, your ex sees that you're working on yourself. Please tell us your zodiac sign. I guess I can give you guys a zodiac sign. I'm a Leo, but that's all you're going to get out of me. All right, go Leos, represent. Let's see. Questions. Reasons why an ex would block you on Facebook. Well, your ex at that moment doesn't want to hear from you. Give it time. Give it space. Thank you, Wayne. Am I reading that right? Wayne Leonard. I'll say thank you, Leonard. This chat is moving quick. Can we reach out on their birthday or... Oh, out to me? I don't know. You guys should probably stay in no contact with me. Do dumpers ever come back? Yes, they do. All the time. Is Brad Browning awful? Yes, Brad Browning is awful. Stay away from him. He's extremely predatory. He knows that you guys are going through a rough time and he's trying to get your money. The Get Your Ex Back program, the 30-day no contact. He's giving you guys a plate of uncertainty. That way you'll need to keep coming back for more certainty. All his videos are monetized. He produces new videos every day. What does that tell you? He's in it for the money. I'm being honest with you guys. Yes, I do want the money, but the money is helping me go back to grad school. The money is helping me pay for bills. The money's going to go into a trust fund. And that trust fund will be used for a new Ferrari. I'm kidding. Relationship hero. I'll look into that. I don't know relationship hero. Yeah, there's a little bit of tea. A little bit of tea. But really, the point, guys, is that breakups are horrible. They suck. And my mission here is to make breakups not go away, because I don't think that that's a realistic goal, but I think that it is... We can all work together to make relationships better. And if you play your cards right and learn this information and work on yourself in the ways that are important, then you can really make sure that the next relationship you have is the last one. How much are the coaching rates? So they change, and so I usually just link people to the website. It's thelovechat.net/coaching. Sorry for the insanely loud keyboard. The rates are there. I don't tell people what the rates are because I don't know what... It's first off, it changes depending on demand. But second off, it also depends on what country you live in. So I just give people the link, and whatever it says at that moment is what the rate is. Miriam, can you repost your question? I keep missing it. If Craig Sider advocates a 30-day no contact, I would stay away from him. Because in 30 days, if something doesn't go well, that must mean you did something wrong, right? And so you have to reach out for Chris for an additional coaching. We don't play that game. I'm dealing with third parties with my person, and he told me to be second girlfriend. I said no. Then that is not somebody you want to be messing around with. I do coaching in person. Yep, the coaching is just like this, except instead of talking to, 200, 300 people, I'm talking to just you. "30-day no contact is not a thing." What did I do to improve myself? I really got into physical fitness. I got back into my art, which was music. I did counseling myself. Yeah, Miriam, I would let him go. If he's trying to have his cake and eat it too, as a second girlfriend, I think that that's not somebody you want to be messing around with. You deserve somebody who's excited to be with you, who can't wait to show you off. Well, guys, I have to say this has been wonderful. And this has definitely encouraged me to do more of these. 3rd master's degree. Wow. Good on you, Tom. So I will be doing more live streams. I am going to... Maybe next time I'll freestyle. I will be doing more of these live streams, and thank you so much for tuning in. I will be doing a video tomorrow. This live stream was in lieu of the video today, so this is going to go up on my channel. I'm not going to put a number on it, so this is not going to be video number 63. This is just going to be a live stream. Video 63 will be coming out tomorrow. And I'm going to sit down and think about the Patreon thing some more, and I'm also going to think about a regular live streaming schedule for you guys. So the people who aren't on the Patreon, you'll still get a live stream. The people who do the Patreon, you'll get more live streams. And again, this is just so that I can do this full-time. And if I'm able to do it full-time, I'll be able to open up more coaching slots. I'll be able to reduce the price a bit because I'll be coaching more. And I'll be able to, have more time instead of working 40 hours and then coming home and doing, another 20 hours of coaching. Love Advice TV, I do not suggest. Please stay away from Love Advice TV. Alpha Momo, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kat. I appreciate that. All right, everybody. I am so glad that you came here with me. I'm so glad we experienced this together. I'm going to leave it here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this music. I will be answering questions regarding the coaches. So Coach Lee, Susan Winter, Love Advice TV, Coach Warren, Chris Sider, I think it was, Lucia. We're going to be answering all of that, just to keep you guys informed. So in the meantime, I do have to go do a couple of more coachings, and I'm glad you guys were here with me for this one. And I will let you know the regular streaming schedule for this stuff. Clay Andrews, do not. Do not do Clay Andrews. Please, 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 please. No Clay Andrews. These lo-fi beats get really weird. What if the relationship only lasted 46 days? Is that not long enough? There's no way to know. There's no way to know. But in the meantime, I'll talk to you, everybody, next time. So, remember that the coachings at the moment are discounted. So if you're looking for advice on your specific situation, please reach out. And I will be posting this live stream on the YouTube channel, so you'll be able to jump back and forth and hear some of the questions that I've answered. Until next time.